Good morning. I'm happy to see you are already at work. I suppose you settled in enough that you don't need to be told what needs to be done. That's splendid. Why don't you take a short break? I've been meaning to speak to you. Well, tell me how you're adjusting for starters. You have a bad feeling. It could be the revenants. Being near them makes a person feel on edge. I'll have to go for a hunt sometime soon and see if there are any revenants nearby. But maybe your fear is more emotionally driven. I know it's only natural to feel overwhelmed by what has happened, but it still makes me sad to know you're suffering. What good is it to protect you from external threats when you're suffering on the inside? Hmm. Unfortunately, it's not as easy to deal with trauma as it is to hunt revenants. But I sure as hell will try my best to be there for you. If you ever need to talk, please come to me at any time. What's weighing your mind? Any recurring uncomfortable memories that you can't seem to get out of your head? First, though, take a seat. Take a few deep breaths, and then just start talking. Don't worry about whether you think it's important or relevant. Just talk. Ah, I thought that noble might come up again. The one who was responsible for getting you branded with the sigil of Red Death, correct? You told me you were framed by the noble, but not much else. I didn't want to pry so soon, but there are some details that are probably important to talk about. For example, how is it that you ended up in a noble's bedchamber in the first place? So you were being blackmailed. That's horrible. For you to try and protect yourself from harm by sleeping with a man, only to have the worst fate imaginable thrust upon you after doing that. How? How did you meet this noble? You embarrassed him in front of his friends. Nobles can be very prideful, and a commoner rejecting them so bluntly is bound to make them furious. I'm a little proud, I'm not going to lie, but I am sorry that something happened to you. If the same thing happened, you'd be prepared this time. That may be enough to put those obsessive thoughts to rest. Oh, well, of course. Those demons that were chasing you when you arrived at my mansion. I wasn't expecting that. This larger demon you mentioned, that's an archdemon. No, my sweet. There was nothing you could have done. You were prey, nothing more. You did nothing to provoke what happened. The good news is, you don't have to worry about that ever again. Because you're under my protection. You're a good person, better than most. You're beautiful, kind, and loving. Things that should be protected and celebrated. You move me in ways words can't express. There is something I want to ask you. However, I realize that due to recent events in your life, it might be too much. There are no consequences for refusing. Would you care to come with me to my bedchamber? I realize that the last time you visited a lord's bed, it led up to all of this, but perhaps that's why it would be wise to consider it. You could, in a sense, cover up your bad memory with a good one. If you're certain, then, follow me. It can't be easy, agreeing to come here with me. I respect you for being so willing to leave the past behind you. As for me, I still haven't fully recovered from what I've been through. Oh, you don't want to hear the details. It's not a happy story after all. Let it suffice to say that someone betrayed my trust. Hmm? Oh, I forgot about that. Try not to be upset. You're correct. What you see there is, in fact, the mark of the Red Death, the same as yours. I wasn't hiding it from you exactly, but I also don't wish to show it off. Being with you made me forget about it entirely. Besides, it's not as though this really changes anything. I was branded with the same sigil, and that's how I came to live in the Darklands. I'm still a noble, still a vampire, and still your protector. Regardless of who gave me the mark, Has anyone ever told you that you're too perceptive for your own good? All right. Yes, my former lover was involved. That has too much to do with why I'm so bitter about him. Perhaps there is more to why I didn't tell you. It's possible that I thought you would think me a hypocrite. I've been trying to help you work through your feelings at being branded and exiled, when I haven't come to terms with it completely. But I want to help you heal, show you a better way than the path I took. Let's just say that my old paramour isn't really in the picture anymore. I did what I had to make it that he couldn't hurt me a second time. One of my greatest regrets is not trying to find a better way to resolve things. I want it better for you. I want you to move on in a healthy way, like I should have. I hope knowing that makes this a little easier for you to bear. I appreciate your understanding. I was hoping that, well, given we both have had bad experiences with love and intimacy, that perhaps we could try and create a better experience together. I'm drawn to you, to the kind of person you are. All I want to provide is all the things you deserve, but that were denied to you by fate. Also, I want to feel loved again. It's been far too long since I've truly been close to someone. Well then, I suppose it's settled. We'll give this a try. I adore you, and I just want to make you feel special. Hmm. Would you be so kind to go check with the kitchen about how breakfast is coming? I think they'll be ready soon. I'll be down to join you in a few moments. Why are you here? You should be in the lower chambers. If you allow the human to see you, you'll pay dearly. This conversation is over. If I ever find you spying on either of us again, there will be hell to pay. Enter. There you are. Yes, I wanted to see you. Such a smart mouth on you. No, I brought you here for another reason. Enter. So many questions on your lips tonight. Why did they draw me a bath? Why were you summoned? A lady always tends to her lord's bath. Yes, my dear, I am seducing you. I want you to crave touching me as much as I crave touching you.